saw it. Well, no, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you didn't cut that much. You look beautiful, girl. God damn.
Now you're cheating on me with your coworker.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, then simply welcome to the channel. Today I'm actually going to bring you guys a video that was requested by, I hope a subscriber, probably just a viewer. They asked me to do a guide to Rick Owens, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. However, I'm not going to go through like the history of Rick Owens. I'll give you like a brief overview, but that's about it. Only because this video is already going to be probably pretty long. If this does get any good feedback, then I'll of course make a part 1, 2, 3, 4 until I have covered Rick Owens sufficiently, at least to my standard. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to have me base the second or third video on, definitely put that in the comment section below. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a brief overview of Rick Owens. Richard Saturnino Owens was born in Porterville, California. He's currently 59 years old. If you've ever seen Rick Owens on the runway or just someone wearing Rick Owens, you probably will pick up on the fact that the theme is kind of dark, droopy, and avant-garde. And for those of you who don't know what avant-garde means, that just means that you're pushing things to its creative limit. Think about artists like Damien Hirst, Rothko, and artists like that kind of go into that weird, dark, gloomy side of fashion that everyone doesn't like but loves at the same time. It's like modern art. Rick pretty much interprets like music and, you know, trends from his childhood or teenage years, should I say, and then modern day trends, and kind of pushes them together into some sort of avant-garde amalgamation. There's also a lot of tie-ins from sportswear and stuff like that. If you've ever been on Rick Owens' Instagram account, you'll notice that he is extremely fit to be 59 years old, almost 60. He's in much better shape than even me, and I'm 25. So that's definitely a part of his like brand or whatever. He's even been quoted, actually I'm not going to say the quote because the quote is so overused, but look up some quotes from Rick Owens. You'll probably find the quote I'm talking about related to fitness and all of that stuff. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the fit guide for the clothes. What I'm going to do is just kind of section it off as t-shirts, sweaters, and outerwear slash, you know, jackets. That'll honestly be a lot of the video. We'll probably have to do a part 2 to get the footwear and all that stuff like that. But for right now, let's start off with just the t-shirts. Alright guys, starting off with the t-shirts, that's usually where people start off when they want to buy into a brand. They usually kind of go with the t-shirts, but with Rick Owens, I actually don't recommend that because, well, you can see right here, they're quite sheer, and I am wearing them with Rick Owens Berlin pants. That should tell you that Rick kind of really only compliments Rick and other avant-garde brands as far as the t-shirts go. I'm not going to say the pants and shoes can be worn with anything else, but the t-shirts are very Rick. They're very on brand. You can see the 2 collar seams right here on the front. And then I'm turning around to the back so you can see the asymmetrical seam going down the back and then kind of skewing off to the left, giving it a longer cut, kind of like a funnel sort of shape on you. And like I said, very sheer t-shirt. It's kind of thin, although it is made of 100% cotton, which is the big difference between the mainline and the actual dark shadow stuff. Is a lot of the materials change and the construction changes. Although the t-shirts, I mean, they don't vary that much because they are just tees. And right here you see the Rick Owens mainline tag, and that's how you can tell the difference. One says this season and then Rick Owens on it. This is the mainline tank that I have. It's black, as you can see. You know, you can't really see in the details, but features pretty much the exact same details other than the sleeves being chopped off. And of course it's made of silk and cotton as a mixture. And right here you can see me doubling those up because, like I said, they're both quite sheer. You can kind of see through them. One thing to note about Rick Owens, like I said, other than the fact that they use different materials, is that the mainline stuff is a lot more experimental. T-shirts, you can only get so experimental with the t-shirt, but all the other things like the other outwear pieces, footwear, all that stuff, pretty experimental, very avant-garde, pushes the boundary of creativity. Like I said before, right here, this is actually a clip from the Strobe show. One thing I want to note, and the reason why I put this clip in here, is to note that a lot of these things that you see on the runway actually do end up in the store. So other than just like t-shirts, and I'll show you a side by side between like the Rick Owens main line and the Dark Shadow t-shirts, but other than t-shirts, they do get really experimental and crazy with the mainline stuff, whereas the Rick Owens Dark Shadow is more like wearable streetwear-esque, if you can imagine that. But yeah, this t-shirt, both t-shirts, you can't really say too much about them. The material changes from time to time, and the actual shape of the t-shirts, they can kind of vary no matter if it's Dark Shadow or mainline, because at the end of the day, it's under the Rick Owens design umbrella. Like I said, the main thing with the t-shirts is just that the material changes quite a bit sometimes, and from time to time you'll get more like experimental shapes. Like some things, I don't know if they even qualify for a t-shirt. I'm sure I'm showing something right now on screen that looks kind of weird and kind of has a bunch of holes in it and all kind of stuff like that, but you can kind of get the gist. The main thing with the t-shirts is that they function as a base layer but still adhere to the Rick Owens aesthetic. Now, as far as prices, the prices are kind of steep for Rick Owens. I would say that the t-shirt is going to be the least expensive thing to get from Rick Owens. However, I don't see them go up to 1,000, but I do see them always kind of range in between 200 and some change. When I say change, that means like 250, 290. And then I've seen some go up to around 400. And I'm sure there's a couple that go 5 or 6, depending on exactly what it is, what season, what material they decide to switch up on it. But as of right now, I don't know of any that go quite that high, like getting close to 1,000. Yet they're still sort of pricey at 298 and higher, under 1,000 though. Right here, I'm gonna put the Dark Shadow one back on screen again. A lot of the Dark Shadow stuff is gonna be really close to the main line. No reason to spend that extra money on just the t-shirt. I would recommend staying to the Dark Shadow. Now, to go over sizing, right now I'm just gonna pick a shirt that best represents the sizing of the mainline tee and the Dark Shadow tee that I have. Like I said, the sizing is very similar, so I started off with this one because the fit is the most like the ones I have, with the exception of my pieces being a little bit longer because they're older. So right here, I'm on Essence. I think this is the best way to get your sizing if you're from North America. You can see I'll go through all the sizes, but right here at a medium, 21 and a half, I can almost fit that. And I wear like a in between a large or XL. I can almost fit that, maybe extra half an inch of space. So their t-shirts are not super duper small, and I'll run through all the sizes on screen. That way you can just pause and kind of just get your size, and then kind of judge from there. This one, I believe is sold out, honestly, for the bigger sizes, which is crazy. Not really. Rick Owens sells a lot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just go to another shirt. This is a level t-shirt, and this is pretty much gonna always be in stock, or they'll bring it back every season. Maybe what changes to the sizing slightly, but mostly just like material changes, if that, honestly. So just the black t-shirt on top is the level t-shirt I was talking about, and these are the bigger sizes at large, XL, and then extra large. So you can see at XL is already pretty big. At double XL is absolutely massive. So you can definitely fit into the t-shirts. It's just really a case of whether or not you want to style it with the kind of sheer nature of the t-shirt, or if you want to use it as a base layer, or maybe put another t-shirt underneath it. That's what I'll recommend, but that is the sizing. All right, guys, so now we're moving into the bottoms. a little bit more expensive, actually a lot more expensive, but you do want to invest into some bottoms. You can't really get a look down from any brand if you don't go kind of all in to get the bottoms. So with Rick, I would say maybe that's more true than other brands. Gallery department, you can put on some Levi's. Rick Owens, you kind of need to stick to that sort of avant-garde aesthetic if you want to do the Rick head-to-toe look. As you see here, there's a lot of styles that you can pair with the bottoms, from like shoes and tees and all that stuff, the sweaters, whatever. And then the bottoms in general have a pretty wide variety that you can choose from. Me personally, I have a few pair of bottoms from Rick Owens. I ended up selling a good amount of the older ones because I didn't like the way they fit, but the ones I still have will definitely suffice. So what I'll start off with is just the pants. Now for the first pair of bottoms, I have the cropped pair of Astaire pants, which is just cropped pants. They have a slight drop crotch, and they have buttons so you can stick your little winky out and pee. A lot of Rick Owens bottoms are going to have that. And of course, there goes the tag that I mentioned before, the mainline tag that has the Rick Owens logo on it, and then the season. Then they usually have the little care tags and stuff like that on there. Good thing about these pants is that they're usually elastic in the waist, so you can fit most of these pants. The only thing is kind of choosing the material and fit that you want. Like I said, Rick Owens doesn't fit small. There's like this stigma that's saying Rick Owens is for really skinny dudes. Obviously, I'm not a super skinny stick figure guy, and I can fit into this stuff just fine. It actually fits me better than most clothes I buy. And to prove that they fit me, I'll actually go ahead and throw these on in an outfit for you. I have on a random Express beanie with a Fear of God Basics t-shirt or Essentials t-shirt with a Nike women's jacket. I don't know if it's a work jacket or whatever the fuck you call it. And then for the, oh yeah, of course, and the Astaire pants. Then the on feet, for the shoes, I chose a pair of Nike Elix boots that are knitted, and they are also a collaboration with ROA, if you are familiar with that. They did a lot of stuff back in the day with the leaks. But yeah, this is just showing you a monochromatic outfit with that, and pretty much just different things that kind of pair with Rick. You don't have to go full Rick, but you kind of have to get the aesthetic down, kind of. I would say that the pants, for me, the crop pants are these crop pants are probably the only crop pants from Rick I'm gonna buy, honestly, because they fit me kind of snug around the calf because I have big calves. That's the only thing I would worry about. If you also have big calves, they fit fairly snug around mine. If not, then you'll probably be okay. These have a sort of a broadcloth material. I don't know if you can tell from the little clip, but the material is kind of stiff, but not to where you can't move. It's not like raw denim or anything. But to be honest, I really wouldn't pay too much attention to that because they'll change up the types of materials pretty much every season. And honestly, you kind of just need to go for the look. Unless it's leather, then that's a whole different thing. But for the most part, yeah, these are the cropped Astaire pants. They're ranging in price from about $400 to $1,000 depending on the materials. Guess now we'll move on into the shorts. These are the Rick Owens Dark Shadow asymmetrical cargo shorts. The Dark Shadow and Mainline, there is a Mainline rendition of this, but the Dark Shadow and Mainline are going to be very similar. There are slight differences in construction and material. The waistband is different on the Mainline. If I can find a picture, I'll show it to you, but it's actually kind of hard to find pictures of it for some reason. I don't know. They have really deep pockets. Most Rick pants and Rick bottoms in general have pretty decent pockets. I don't think anything's falling out of there. However, like I said, the myth is that the Rick Owens the Rick Owens bottoms are small, or Rick Owens general is made for skinny people. Like I said, I weigh 220, and just for reference, I'm 5'8". If If I put too many things in here, they'll actually sag down. I wish I actually went a size down. And there you just saw the tabs in the back that indicate it's dark shadow. One thing about this that confuses me is that the buttons are metal for that dark shadow pair of shorts like you just saw. And usually the higher quality stuff is on the main line. But see what I mean? Like sometimes it kind of doesn't even matter if you get the main line or the dark shadow on a lot of things. They just have exclusive designs, like as far as the runway stuff with the main line that you won't get in dark shadow. Now, as for the dark shadow pair or the dark shadow iteration of these, they are a sort of a cotton and nylon blend. It's a blend of synthetic materials and organic cotton. So they kind of feel like Prada nylon at the end of the day. However, I think they fit pretty well. Really nice shorts. Rick Owens kind of kills it with the bottoms. Kind of kills it with everything, but I really do like the bottoms. Just to show you can throw it on with other stuff that still kind of fits the aesthetic, excuse me. I have on a Ramones vintage tee with these shorts, black on black, and the tee is kind of wide, so it works, honestly. Like you can wear kind of a lot of vintage stuff with Rick Owens, as it turns out. But yeah, these are how they fit on me. I'm not going to put the sizing on the screen because, to be honest, the sizing is going to be the same as the other bottoms. All the bottoms are going to kind of be similar with the sizing unless you have on jeans. I do not have on jeans. However, I will put some jeans on screen, and I'll show you a couple pair. For instance, this is the Tyrone denim. Rick Owens has this model that's pretty much his new muse. If you don't know who Tyrone is, you'll see him in all the runway shows and stuff. But the fit of the jean is very skinny and very slim, as Tyrone himself is very slim and skinny. So the sizing may vary on the denim depending on the season. Fun fact is Dark Shadow actually has the majority of the denim, because Dark Shadow originally started off as a brand called Slab, and Slab was supposed to be pretty much exclusively denim at the time, and then it kind of branched off into like a diffusion line with like apparel and all the whole 9 yards, and that's how Rick Owens Dark Shadow actually came to be. All right, so now we've reached the final category of bottoms. I know that he does make tailoring and he does all kind of nice pleated pants and all kind of crazy stuff like that, but I want to leave anything regarding tailoring or sartorial or whatever for its own section in perhaps part 2 of this guide. So right here, this is like more like loungewear, sweatpants, stuff like that. The most famous pair of sweatpants, of course, is the Berlin pants, which I'm wearing right here in a beautiful organic cotton, of course, all black with the elongated drawstrings. The sizing, like I said, is pretty much universal, so kind of rewind the video and go back to where you've seen the sizing for the cropped Astaire pants. All the elastic bottom or elastic waist pants are going to fit pretty much universally the same. They don't really add too much in the waist. It's just, elastic. However, I do want to talk about the material of these pants. Like I said, are beautiful organic cotton, super duper soft and super comfortable. However, a little bit pricey. These ran me about $400. But I do want to say, I keep talking about the material difference in Rick Owens mainline and Dark Shadow. These are just perfect. I don't know if he really makes mainline renditions of the Berlin pants. I don't see them often. That's a gap in my knowledge, and if I find out that he does, I will definitely update this video. But I don't see him make a ton of stuff like that for the mainline. It stays in the Dark Shadow category. Yet the material on this pair of pants is actually just superb. It's beautiful. I actually made a whole video about this, so definitely go check the previous video I did on the Rick Owens Berlin pants. I'll put that link in the description if you want to know about these specifically. But yeah, this is more like a straight cut. He does have a lot more of the experimental cuts of pants for the sweatpants and loungewear. If you want to consider the pusher pants like that, the ones with all the buttons on the side, which I'll be showing you on screen. He has like track pants and stuff like that. I consider all that to be loungewear, and I'm running through a couple of them on screen again for you so that you can see. Like I said, the sizing is pretty much going to be universal. Most of the waists are going to be elastic waist unless you are getting jeans, like I said, or you're doing these like tailoring, sartorial pants, stuff like that. All right, whew, that was a lot. It's already like at 20 minutes at this point, so I feel like this is a good natural stopping point. I don't know how natural anything is because I'm kind of awkward on camera still kind of new to YouTube, so hopefully you forgive me. But yeah, I do know I left out a couple of things like sweaters, jackets, hoodies. Footwear is a huge part of Rick Owens. I kind of only alluded to it in the beginning of the video as far as footwear. But like I said, it's already a pretty long video. Some of you guys may love the soothing monotone voice that I have. I'm of the opinion that that's probably not true. So at this point, hey, first of all, shout out if you reached the end. Put your, I don't know, put it in the comment section. Say, hey, I reached the end of the video. That lets me know that you guys are watching this shit all the way through. The more people that hit me up and comment, DM me on Instagram, whatever, the more I know that what I'm doing is being well received. So yeah, like I said, we've reached the point to where I don't want the video to be like 50 minutes, an hour long, because I don't want to burn you out. This is definitely not going to be something I can finish off in like 2-3 videos. This is definitely going to be like a series, and it took actually a lot of time and work to just do this general overview of knowledge about Rick Owens. Like I said, I still have a couple of other things like knitwear and, like I said, tailoring. Tailoring is probably going to be one of the last things I cover because I don't have so much experience with Rick Owens tailoring, and I would like to do more research. However, I do want to get like a little bit deeper and more detailed about the things that I talked about, the pants, clothes, and what Rick Owens did before he started Rick Owens and Dark Shadow, all that stuff like that, where his inspirations came from. But like I said, I already talked too long. This is a long video. I don't want you guys to get burned out. All I will ask is that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification, all that shit. And as always, my IG was at the beginning of the video. My IG was at the beginning of the video and at the end. As always, my Instagram was at the beginning of the video and as always, my Instagram will be in the description, and it was also in the beginning of the video. If you feel so inclined, please follow me on IG. If not, then that's cool. Thank you for the support. Just click on the video to even watch it. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, get some shut-eye as I'm going out of town tomorrow. So peace out. Appreciate you guys for watching.